So after between of tonight's Friday night Smackdown, so this was a great show. So I'm gonna give Smackdown of I'll say um 8. I'll say 8 without a 9. So this was a fasted show. So anyone that buys something like uh like Spider-Man t-shirts, they get one enough application on my screen below right here, right in the top of my screen. So I've been posting a lot of videos today and this evening. So I'm gonna get into separate ways. It is so much more. So let's go break down. Here's anything to know about tonight's Smackdown. Here's all the results that you haven't missed. So let's get the first off of Randy Orton. So I guess that Afampo is finally back, he said. So also after a quick intro of Randy Orton made his way to the ring, and for his first real promo on Saints. He was returning from last week and hitting in RKO on the A-lister, The Miz, acted without saying a single word. So just it was before Safambo could even get out of 2 sentences of Trick Williams has been to interrupt him. After he came out shortly, he was addressed for his match with Ray Phoenix, but he wanted to trade roles with Randy Orton and force it was Trick Williams. Jabari said. He said, I think it was 2026. It's not 2006. Agent Wiz seemed to indicate he thinks Randy Orton should step inside for normal guys. And Randy Orton, Jabari said, I think he sees a top star in Trick Williams, but he made the big mistake of interrupting the lesson cattle. Ajay has expanded things, but Charlie got just in torn into a fight of Randy Orton hit a few passes in his finisher and into an RKO. And this was a pretty entitled one into the mere effort assessment. It is set up a disparate feud for Orton with both like The Miz and Trick Williams, but it also made just a new guy on Smackdown, and he looked kind of dumb because this it was before his first match has in the middle on the main roster. After the announcers complete reveal that the final hour will be a commercial free, where if WWE is only news, so was debatable mental for oversee the souls for some reason or forgetting crowds that must ladle in the US. I just said the crowd was playing very loud, and when Chick Williams started, he was talking, he was getting some distant heating. So here's the next match. We have Ray Phoenix goes 1-on-1 against Trick Williams. I knew last time in 4 Asses, Ray Phoenix and Rey Mysterio has undefeated Dominic Mysterio in a grande cameo AA on December 20th. Trick Williams lost to Miles Bourne on NXT on November 18th. Ray Phoenix made his way to the ring in the first bump into Randy Orton and state has the East or this was. And Trick won the first match and has a newest member of the Smackdown roster, so there were a lot of eyes on him to see how he has to perform. And then they locked up, it was Trick Williams. Trick Williams was so off his power by easily pushing to Ray Phoenix into the ropes, and they took a few near falls, but Williams kept the open hand. Ray Phoenix had a few nice moves, but most of this match was dominated by Williams. I think he has always worked very well with a smaller guy, but he seemed to take things a bit slower in this match, and then we noticeably see from him. What if they had picked up the piece a little sooner, and this would have been a great match, but it felt like they were taking it easy in just a final couple of minutes. I didn't really know both of these guys are great. Wasn't at what they do, so it was a little surprising that they didn't do more. Agent of Williams has ended up cutting a pan with this handful of tights to get to the win, but making this a dirty victory might be in indications that indeed we have our match very soon. And the winner of this match, Trick Williams. I just set away Trick Williams bringing of Ray Phoenix into a trip was kind of funny. Ray Phoenix has 3-point drop kick and was looked great. I just set a pop up to uppercut from Williams. It was very cool. So here's the next match. Agent of Exodia goes 1-on-1 against Alexa Bliss. Also last time in 4 Asses, Exodia has undefeated Southern Green on Smackdown January 2nd. And Bliss won in 8 women in tag match on Smackdown, January 2nd. So Orton has the United States Championship was on the line in the next match. And it went visibly silence. Sonia was it just title belt, and Nancy Seth won from Seth Green from last week. So also into Canada scenes was by her client side has national. So also into Bliss was sold this week. Also due to solid player playing sick, so she came into just about in MMA enforcers, and they started the match with an exchange of strikes that has ended with the champion hitting a snap simplex. So it was a muscle drop kick for a 2 count. The Bliss didn't stop to acquire an 80 moment until after a commercial break, but Cody didn't make it easy on her as he kept finding ways to just come back. So a former world champion offers. After of chaotic scenes has distracted the referee, and while Bliss was preparing to hit Sister Abigail, but the goddess took her out of last lesson has ended up in terrifying her out of nowhere by throwing Bliss off to the top rope. After between whips, I was allowed Sonia to hit a nub. It was a number lights, simplex, was it a win. And this was some good energy in between this match, but having an over 3 finish right after we had won into a fourth match wasn't ideal. After between 96 and last lesson just destroyed Bliss, after Sonya and Canada Saints had left. So, in the winner of this match, Sonya won the match. After between Sonya and Canada Saints had a quick the full interview at backstage. So also to a hype was that US title match and Drew McIntyre and Demi Priest had a short conversations between backstage, and Blizzard sold the stiff knee from Korea Will. So here's the next match. We have MFT we're taking on against the Right 6. After the last time in full access of MFT against the Riot 6 has ended in a no contest on Smackdown of December 15th. After of Sosa Code and Tony Tonga, Tomatanga, and Togo Loa, we are complained by CC Macholo after for their match against Oklahoma, So Casey, Eric Rowan, and Jesse Lewis, and who had Nikki Cross by their side. After between the idiot lit up with the butterflies and the Right 6 made their way to the ring. It was great to see such a crowd stood so. I was between into such a group. Deposit of WWE bring iconic win, just booking it. Justin Loomis and Jungle Law started for their teams in the right six. They took each role. Ended with a little double team, also from Sokesi and Justin Loomis. After the MFTs, they took control during the break, and we returned to see Andrew between Sokoa and Sokesi with a sensual one-hip attack. And this was a fast-paced match with a lot of physical from both sides, but the showdown between Oklahoma and Sokoa was what all of this was leading to Sokoa losing to Drew. Oklahoma takes it away from the wing. He was allowing to Tonga to hit his pencil and get a win for his team. And the winner of this match, MFTs. So, I get ready to Nick August booked and Sonnen Grace to take on Overflow during a basket assessment. After between Cody Rhodes had a quick full assessment with Matt Cardona at backstage. He was pointing out, I want your Serbian after. And Cody Rhodes wanted to talk to Matt Cardona. He was coming after his Serbian. After between the talk little. So, after the MFT face paint is a cold look, having source of color not to paint his face. Just glasses him has and just little. So guess he could be such a strong, disconnected look on his own, and he is someone who, and Jeremy was never news to his was award for this pivotal. Everyone in Charlie need to have a singles match very soon. The crowd will could be into it. So here's the next match. We have Overflow. Here we go 1-on-1 against the first debut, Sonnen Grace. After our last time info as Overflow in Southern Green lost to Chaotic Saints, including a Smackdown on December 19th. Sonnen Grace lost to Kwani Sonnen on NXT on December 9th. And it was a week of debuts with Trick Williams having his first match on the inside of the show, and Sonnen Grace having her first alliance against Overflow. Sonnen Grace started allowing her soon as he got her hands on Overflow as he hit a few solo crossline and he made for a sidewalk slam. This it was before. Overflow had just shot back, maybe just kick a DDT for a two count. So I think Green has distracted the referee. It was a wall. Sonny Graves was trying to pin her opponent, so the second knot was to overflow into her to knock her face off. Sonny Evelyn, if she hit a rag bomb for a quick and easy win. And yes, it wasn't a very long match, and there wasn't much to it, but anyway, little that we saw was look good. Overfront is a reachable as a performer, and Sonny Graves is great as a power moves, and so they were able to have a very good spots. I wasn't hesitant that if victory was leaving, so a ringside area, it was between Sid Cargill was came out. I knew between Sid Cargill came out, and your whole size hold up, and it talk, and little trash to hold about. Wasn't how seems not as special it looks like. WWE is going to throw Sonny Graves right into the title scene, was isn't surprising sees prove herself so, and there is no point in waiting very soon. So, in the winner of this match, Sonny Graves. After of Kamado Hayes ran into Izzy Dragunov that backstage. After he asked what if he will accept his open silence, but Izzy Dragunov said he has something else in his mind. It was him luck. He really got a over fail for over friendly before this match took place. And it was kind of disappointing to see Sonny Graves get almost no reactions from the crowd during her entrance. So here's the next match. We have Kamado Hayes. Here we go, 1-on-1 against Shinsuke Nakamura. After last time, it fought asses between Hayes on defeating Sonny Gargano on Smackdown on January 2nd. After between Shinsuke Nakamura on defeating Kate Wilson on the main event on December the 5th. After between Hayes and Alvin Sanders for his United States Championship this week. After we knew the Miz and Izzy Dragunov would not be instantly took a call, so his opponent was a Iguana mystery into Shinsuke Nakamura music hit. After a model had a hang smile on his face, and when he squatted up with a man who is no stranger to the U.S. title. And they started with a clean lock up and take down to the squashes. After with both men to opponent has this baby face, and right now it met and we're going to get a good, clean match. It was a nice things a piece after a few dirty financials on the inside. So I think we've been saying it for a couple of months, but the U.S. title bouts have become a regular highlights on Smackdown thanks to the phrase of Sami Zayn and is a Dragunov. So other than now, Hayes in this match was no different. Actually between Sasuke Nakamura is a talented and Hayes is a just gifted a young star who is just beginning to find his groove on the main roster. So it will have been shocking whenever they didn't put on a great match. Arguably between Sasuke Nakamura was on the leg of Hayes for a long time to soften him up and take away his only body, but the young Serbian has been kept himself. And it is a fight, and they had a lot of time to make this fun and make the most of every minutes. I just said the Suns put in a good, effective, but Mono. I think Mono was able to counter Casa with the first 48 before hitting a double leg drop was a win. So, in a winner, I'm just something like that. So, anyway, I'm just Nats. Kamalo Hayes. Agent of Sonya Gatto has to attack to Lily Weasel at backstage. Because of what painting to be exciting under a mask. And he stole it. And it was fun to see Shinsuke Nakamura acting like a baby face. So, I was thinking, but it still feels like WWE drops the ball on his head one. I just says a strong start with that gimmick of Shinsuke Nakamura was moving quicker and he has a quote sometime. I just said the Dragon School of Nakamura is over the top rope. Just saying Hayes just at the floor must look painful. So after the springboard DDT, Hayes just always looked good and which is even more impressive when you realize how hard that move will be to hit Cody every time. So here's the main event. So we have the 3 stages of hell match. We have Cody Rhodes. Here we go. 1-on-1 against Drew McIntyre. So that was it last check info as Cody Rhodes has undefeated Alba Flamey. So Alba Flamey on Sunday night main event was on December 13th. Added over to Magneto team and won at War Games at 7 Series of 2025. So over the 12th episode, and WWE was having the 3 stages of his match between Cody Rhodes and Magneto that survives as the main event with 0 commercials and during the final hour, and it felt more like a pay-per-view match and then a typical TV bout. I just said of course fall was a scheduled wrestling match and it got started with 30 minutes has been left is an episode of Cody Rhodes. Hamilton came out of the gate was hot and said there was a sent to Drew McIntyre out of the ring for a scooter dive. After between the referee was distracted with a loose just to the buckle when the Scottish Royal a low blow to follow it by a claymore to the win the fourth fall. The next stage was a 4 count in real match. As it was met in all the rules went out the window. Drew McIntyre memory got a announce table from under the ring and set it up so he could pop a bomb, set the 7-2 it for a close up 2 count. AJ fought into the crowd and news set any format to elevate a lot of damage on each all. Cody Rhodes put to McIntyre through the announce table to win the second fall. It was meant they had to go into a steel cage was the final stage of the match. After both men was running out as the cage is blowing, but to make it not meal was in a better shape. Cody Rhodes had the open hand and sent his opponent into the walls of the cage a few times. And Drew McIntyre almost escaped through the door, but Rhodes brought him back with a Simmons simplex, and both men has survived the East Old Peninsula. In a couple of times, they took each all apart for over 15 minutes. As it looked like McIntyre was about to win. And as we saw tonight, it was second fight too. So up, and he's back. And he got into the caves to start beating him up. And he ended up finding Rose to inject grave the dinosaur so arbitrary. And he needed to go through the door and went the Jerry 7 set. And this match was exciting, but it needed to be made. And Cody Rhodes looked like a flying champion. Even a undefeated to McIntyre means the title is going to make a lot of fans happy, especially those who saw it live and certainly and just not much more to say an over and then both men did a Tony great job. Second fight to returning Lemmy Graves into Magneto all as he begins his reign, but he is also going to have an angry woes to deal with since he cost him the belt and winner of this match, Drew McIntyre. After between of speaking to Nick Aldis to announce that full qualifying matches was a winner and fighting in a number one contender match as the next Sunday night main event. The winner of that gets the title shot at the Royal Rumble. And it is wild to think that it's been 16 years since Cody Rhodes into Magneto with attack Samps to Gale. He will caught the Jackson once. And it sounds to Magneto his head made when it hit so to the barricade was wild. I just expressed Rhodes hit from above it just instruments to put to Magneto through until it was a great spot. And Cody Rhodes is placing to Magneto was an inward back into the ring as a positive display of power. So it's the final word. I think it may seem strange, but somehow the past 2 weeks of Smackdown have made 3 hours to sit through that between Raw, which is nothing about in 2.5 hours, giving us a full mixture of different matches and it compares hopes and a lot of butts away so the show is set up also makes a difference. It felt like there was more focus on wrestling, and I was still having a healthy mix of backstage and in non-wrestling aspects. So Hayes and Sasuke Nakamura will have started to the show in any other week, but this week to belong to the main event with the 3 stages of hell. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre this feud has to stretch out for what some might say is too long, but having it lead to Sky's Royal fighting and winning the WWE Championship was a right call. I think he has been one of the best heels in WWE in 2025. It looked like that tank will continue in 2026. And this was the fourth time that WWE title has slight things hands aside of a POE in 5 years. So it made this episode feel special. So let's go between certain notes here, a few minutes here, and between this. So Smackdown was a fashion show. It was a great show. I loved it. So I didn't do my test out to the building. He was signing his senator to the fans. So let me see a couple more notes. Um, I watched a Pulse podcast today. I watched Ace Styles, um, so Undertaker and Missy McCall's podcast on his feed on you. And I saw Ace Styles. I saw him a while ago. He was speaking to a host with Undertaker and Missy McCall. So Sonic Waves lays in sentiment and we made it. Welcome to Smackdown. Sonic Waves. I think oh one Coding's turns out 7 hours. And he tweeted, he said, I'm not gonna make it to Smackdown in time, but I tried my bad. This one might be on me. That's what he said. And humanity turns out 11 hours before episode was over. So it is now or never. That's what he said before. So let me see. So I'm hoping Chris Circle is reported very to interested in T91. And Chris Circle has already agreed to be Jimmy return. And there's a lot of smoke around this from what I when I was crossing from people who were calling it testing me from people who could know that Quasico is fairy. So I think we more. I think so. This is an iconic breakdown of WWE disconnective department. The part of that drives the soul of both person and Ed Kuski weighs in on Kendrick, but they also handle the public copy while the elevation of information. I think so. I think so. I remember last time I watched Stone Cold Steve Austin Skull Soul on his network with Chris Nick Whistle. So I haven't heard from the Street Profits just yet. I haven't heard. I just said the Street Profits are reported not booked, but the Scumming Tour has out now. Speaking to a father, I get what's going on here. So let me see. It's time off like the DJ put Sasuke Nakamura in a few hours. It's been more than 2 months of Street Profits are nowhere to be seen. In March is the most inside this kind of so if it's era. I think so. I think So, Anya is a Smackdown tag division needs them when they are keeping them as a team. And their contracts were up at the end of December, and they to resign. I think I had to update on this yet. So Marcus should have been posted a long time ago, so they don't think that's ever happening now. Smoking with the all the NXT call-ups. Yeah, I can't believe either. But yeah, I can't believe they put the title. Yeah, I'm trying to agree on this. When you comment, it's only Drew. I think so, yes. Let me see here. Um, I haven't heard from the Street Profits yet. I haven't heard from them since. So this is all a new numbers 1 to 10 begins next week. Who do you want to see it gets at this title side? So do you think Randy Orton could be in the Miz? I think. And just close to the Rumble, maybe. Yeah. This is gonna be good. One more season. I can't wait. So, let me see. Oh, this is the fourth update on Streaming for Kill. Streaming for Kill is normally Enzo a 5-foot select. Has long we haven't been told what the of who Enzo is, but and we don't know she was has been clear for his his contract. I think I just a last update on Santos Gaspar returning to WWE TV after his contract expired and him resigning shortly after. Regarding Santos Gaspar resigned a month ago and then we've never heard anything since. I guess it was to describe as something that felt true, said Crash, but they will. I knew, but they were talking about getting it back on track. So we haven't heard from him since. So I've been watching a new wrestling show. It's called WWNN Sign News. No, wrestling put up on top of women's wrestling. I haven't seen it. I've been watching it in terms of wrestling. I've been subscribed on my YouTube channel. I watched about the Amy Pro Wrestling I watched. I think I watched about 200 or 300 more matches I watched every single week. So I think WWE reportedly sees Savon Evans as someone who can be a top star but not a franchise star. I think I think I'm a new guy. I think on part of Summit Day. I think I don't know. Oh, we'll have a quick update on Smackdown side. We have a slight details on a Muscle Answers top star backstage at Smackdown for a powerful select who gets this insult and find it. Who is it? I think about Muscle is a star. Insult is Muscle star or Muscle is a star. It might be signified to is at backstage like right now. I got his back and what he did to hit to Cody Rhodes before. So this is really good day to have. So that's Chris Gratis, so Hardy. Oh, it's more. And here are those in WWE who are very high on Powerhouse Hobbs. Huh, that's just strange. Huh. So, I was it was indeed they are very high. So, I was it isn't his contract is up very soon. AEW is doing nothing with him, not saying a word. And WWE will, so WWE will, but he will at last be a main card champion like the CMON. So I was thinking about his Powerhouse Hobbs could be his contract is coming up soon. So AEW might be a low card just right now. And we haven't the single award of Powerhouse Hobbs just yet. I think so. After between what's next, and then they're gonna say WWE is very high on Sammy Hill or Mark Briscoe or WN. Hashtag should be David could is it be world champion. So what if I were in WWE be high on anyone on the AEW roster? I think like Streaks need Powerhouse Hobbs against over framing. I gotta see that coming. And there are those in WWE who are very high. I think so. Thank you for coming out tonight on my Smackdown review tonight. So and you haven't missed. So that's it from today. So we will wrap these up in a few hours. We just check on the pulse. So I hope he stays in AEW when his contract is up. He's a good fit deal. I think. So what do you guys think? So I think it will be a great step for WWE. The house could adjustment to NXT for a while until they found a spot on the main roster. Him against overfame wouldn't be bad. So thank you for coming out tonight on Smackdown. So I will be back here on next week for Monday Night Raw and so much more. Let me see. So let's go to set the polls right away. Get that started. So let me see here. So we got 75% like it so tonight on Smackdown. 17% is alright. And 17% didn't like it. So let's go to on my Twitter poll. Give me 1 minute. Let me see here. So I got 7% liked it, 6% is alright, and 7% didn't like it. So, have it was a fry, have it was a vegan. So, I'll say yes next time. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video of today's Smackdown review. So, speaking of next week's for Monday Night Raw at a different time. So let me see for next week's at a different time. A time slot. Hold on, let me see. So, hold on. Is it one, I think? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 minute here. The start time. 2. Okay, so I just set a start time for next week's for Monday Night Raw is typically at 8 p.m. is the time. However, it for the upcoming episode on February 5th in 2026. So that's not it. So I might be start at 2. I think. Hold on. Let me look it up, guys. Remember, yeah, next week this starts at 2. Yeah, 2 o'clock next week, p.m. afternoon. So, I think at this time, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. We get one schedule, my schedule, Spotify, yeah, Occupy Spotify Radio, and podcast engine, and so much more. So I'm gonna go live next week for Monday Night Raw, and so much more. So have a blessed Friday. Have a great night. So I'll see you guys next week for Monday Night Raw. It starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So I will start doing review next week. I'm gonna start, I say, 5 o'clock p.m. So have a great Friday, have a blessed weekend. So have a good night. And I'll see you next time. Stay tuned for more. So have a great weekend on Friday with you guys. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.